Forever. Dog.
Oh, fuck!
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
Oh, that blister popped. Oh, it was a squirter.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, that's not. Yeah, that's squirt. Ooh.
Well,
Welcome back.
Welcome
Ow.
back for yet another steaming,
Piping,
scalding serving of hot goss. This is our weekly chat show where we talk about events in our lives, issues in politics,
Tick.
and take a deep dive into the DMs. So let's go ahead and get into some hot goss.
Where in the world is Alaska Thunderfuck 5000? Where are you, dear?
Oh, we've been all over the place, and most notably, we had a drive-in show at the
Lakeshore Drive.
Yes, Lakeshore Drive in Chicago, and I can't say enough wonderful things about this venue and the vibe and the energy, and to be in Chicago and do a show for people was really, really phenomenal. It was really great.
You're so lucky. The show looked lit. I was watching it on people's stories and everything.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. They had like this setup of like cameras at different places on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, well, that's how they're going to project this show on the side screens.
Okay, Art Pop. I love a cute angle.
Sure. I was like, okay, work, whatever, go for it. But they did a really great job. Like, there were moments where they like could half fade in one of the close-ups with the wider shot.
Like a glamour shot?
Like an award show in the 80s. Like singing Wind Beneath My Wings.
Girl,
like,
that's dope.
I was very impressed.
Come on, Chicago. Getting it together, all the good drags.
Come on,
Ooh.
Chicago.
Did you see Lucy Stool?
No, I did not.
Her Twitter's lit. I love her. She's a Chicago girl.
Yes, we
Lucille.
stan.
Yes,
we
yes,
deeply
we
love.
So you've been to
Lucille Stoolington.
of the Stoolington Duprees. You've been to Georgia. You've been to California. Anywhere you could run.
I've been to Paradise, but I've still never been to me.
Did you take the hand of that preacher man?
We made love in the sun.
Oh, and then you ran out of places, friendly faces, because you had to be free.
Yeah, I shook it like Harlow in Monte Carlo, and I really showed him what I've got. I did.
I've been undressed by kings. I've seen some things that a woman ain't supposed to see.
Honey, you ain't supposed to see it either.
You ain't supposed to see it till you can smell it. Did
been to paradise,
but
I've never been to me. Hey, you lady, listen. When you've got a UTI.
Yeah.
So speaking of UTIs, something has come across our desk here at the Hot Goss News Desk, and this is a Chris Evans dick pic.
Yeah. Apparently he posted something that was like a screen recording of his phone scrolling to something, and it took a quick minute of his like camera roll, and there was an artful black and white respectable dick pic. There were no balls. You can only respect the reportings here. There were no balls based on the calculations of how far his hands were from the dick, and based on his height, I would say the dick is between 7 and 8.
Do we have the picture? Centimeters or inches?
Inches.
Okay. Do we have the picture?
I've seen it. All you have to do is Google it.
Okay. Chris Evans. I'm not even really sure who Chris Evans is.
He's my friend Scott Evans' brothers. And if it runs in the family, Scott, call me. He I think Chris even came.
Captain America?
He's Captain America, yeah.
Nice.
He's gorge. He was in Knives Out. He was really good in that. And his brother's a fag, and he supports him. Boots. He comes to like gay bingo at Mary's. Like, he's really cool. And his dick looks nice, so good for him. But now that he's got everybody's attention, he was using it today and like tweeting out stuff like for causes. So, you know, at least he's spinning it in a useful way. And bitch, I can make use of it too.
I can't find the picture, and now I'm pissed off, and I really want to fucking see it. Why in the age of the internet can I not just find?
Well, he has
this?
a huge PR team, and they did some quick scrubbing of the internet.
But I mean, is this like? I mean, what is the reaction? I mean, I love that to be a straight man, all you have to do is accidentally kind of post a fucking picture that may or may not be your dick, and suddenly it's the biggest PR day of your whole fucking life. Good for her.
Yeah, gigs. I mean, if you looked at my phone, you would think it was like a fucking token peep show with all the things on it. But
right.
I think it's generally normal that guys have pictures of their junk on their phones and other junk that they've possibly had in them and in their phones. So this is no shock. Good for him having an active sex life. At least he's not wasting it. Hopefully.
Yeah, and I mean, the truth is we have these fucking devices that have cameras on them, and they're with us at all times. And so why the fuck wouldn't you take pictures of everything, darling? Why not?
Hello and goodbye.
Drag Race Holland.
The new girls, the new chickens are clucking over in the Netherlands. And it's been announced. The girls are cute. This is what, okay, so there's some Hot Gossington's dramas. I heard a rumor. So Lucy was saying something about a girl that said something about bearded queens in her review of the Holland show, because you know what, we're drag queens, so what we do is we review other drag queen shows, and there's so many review shows, the more the merrier.
Yes.
And the one girl, it was Bonina Brown, I think. She said something about Holland queens and a beard or something. And then Lucy was like, ooh, girl, or something. I'm paraphrasing with a lot of ooh, girls and things, but you know what I mean? But it might be on with them.
Was Lucy Stool reading the bearded queen on Holland?
I think Nina Bonina was reading bearded queens when she was
general?
talking about the Holland ones at one point. This is all conjecture and rumor. I don't want to give you any facts at all. And
you've
like
come to the right podcast.
Yeah, and I think I saw a retweet too. Also, throw that in there. But I think she said something about bearded queens, and then Lucy got mad, I think, and then I'm waiting for furthering developments at 8. But CBS News will be on the scene.
We promise to provide you a podcast with zero facts or actual information. If we accidentally drop a fact into this podcast, please let us know. racechaserpodcast@gmail.com.
And we'll decimate and disseminate all of them.
Because like the Chris Evans dick pic, we can have it scrubbed from the internet too. It's literally gone, you guys. Like, I looked on Twitter and the only things that come up are, where is the picture? The picture's
Go
gone.
on Reddit or largepenissupportgroup.com, LPSG.com. The Drag Race Holland thing, though, that's why I was reminded about Lucy, because I think they were talking about a Drag Race Holland queen with a beard.
Yes.
It's going to be covered on the Mom Network. Latrice and Manila are covering it now that they're done with Canada, and we're all going to get through this together, subtitles and all. We all got some reading to do, but I can't wait to watch these girls. It's on Wow Presents, I think, right? We can watch it.
Yes.
I love this. We're just getting like
excited.
all these new countries, all their drag races. We get to watch them. $3.99 Wow Presents. Mom is now an affiliate program of Wow Presents. If you sign up for them, you get a free podcast.
No facts.
No facts.
That's not a fact at all. That's fictional. But I love listening to the chop. We were driving and I listened to the chop, and it made that fucking hour go by like that. I was laughing, I was chuckling, I was smiling. And for this episode, this in-between episode, they had Jimbo on, who was an amazing guest. And
Jimbolina.
And they also talked about the Holland like promo pics, and I was like driving, so I couldn't see the images, but I didn't need to because they described them in such vivid detail. So
you already knew who your favorite was without even seeing him yet?
I like the girl with the arrow through her head. That's cool.
Oh, I haven't seen him yet. I'm excited though.
Yes,
I really want to watch it. And I'm glad I get to listen to my friends talk on it.
And speaking of friends talking on things, Diva, we have a new podcast alert.
Oh my God. Salute.
This is an action alert. A new podcast entitled Very
Very
That is coming out on Monday. I'm so glad it's happening so soon. It's episode 1 of Very That with Delta Work and Raja talking shit like only they can do. I'm so
my God.
excited.
But they're like experienced at this talking shit game. They have like so many years. They probably have like 40 or 50 years of entertainment industry experience. Raja's been doing makeup for at least like 25 years. Like all these stories that she has, and then all the stories that Emmy winner Delta Work has.
Delta Burke. They should get Delta Burke as a guest.
Oh,
Do you think she'd
definitely.
do it?
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. Like I've heard that the initial recording session was just electric. It was just a really great sizzle excitement moment, and I cannot wait to tune in. So that's coming out on Monday. Okay, great. Love it.
And subscribe to that, and you'll also, if you subscribe, you'll be notified that we're doing a special edition of Race Chaser next week where we round up the Vegas show because our friends are on TV and we're going to talk about it, goddammit. They brought some of their friends and it's a little messy, like the way we like it. So we're going to talk about that next week. So send in any questions you have about that. I actually saw the show. You saw the show, Alaska?
You know what? I'm going to move my stuff out of here. Sorry, pardon me. I'm just going to move my stuff out of here. Honestly, we don't need to talk about it. We don't need to get into it. I am not going down there to that smelly corner of the stage to beg her to come back upstairs. I am not doing it. Randy Barbado is here. This is so unprofessional. This show is great. Vegas Roundup. We're doing it on Race Chaser next week in the interim period.
Salute.
So get into that.
Can I talk to you about a little song that I heard this week that I liked?
Tell me, Diva.
Well, it's like this, and it features an artist named Boy Radio. It's by Big Dipper, our producer. And there's a music video on YouTube. That's how I found out about it. And then I went and bought it on iTunes.
So this is a song. It came out in May, but I haven't really been promoting it. So now I'm starting to do a little more promotion. And it's with an artist named Boy Radio from New York. And we made a video. It's got lots of dancing in it. And yeah.
I'm
nice.
So excited.
Well, check it out.
Yeah, why don't we take a listen to it while Well, welcome back.
Welcome.
This is a segment known the world over. And it's called Let's Get Political. I wanna get political.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all. So our first Let's Get Political entry is from The Hill. Transgender activist Sarah McBride won the Democratic nomination, snaps for the Queens, for a Delaware state Senate seat on Tuesday, which means she's on track to be the nation's highest-ranking openly transgender elected official. Sarah,
applause. Yes.
Sarah McBride, who currently serves as spokeswoman for a human rights campaign, the nation's largest LGBTQ advocacy organization, defeated Joseph McCall to win the nomination for the state Senate seat in the 1st District. And she will be the heavy favorite to win the seat, which has been held by a Democrat, Harris McDowell, since like 1970-something, and is open this cycle. So this election is not just about the president. It's about these local offices, council people, about flipping control of the Senate and the House. And we're starting to see more and more progressive beating incumbent Democrats in these primaries so they can get voted into office in November.
Yeah, this is great news. I love having people who have just like fucking compassion for humanity. And I know that Sarah McBride, as a transgender activist, this is an amazing thing that she has this seat. That's really so wait, did she win it yet, or she's
She
up
won
for
her
it?
She won
primary.
her primary, so she's going to be up for. She will be winning in November. Let's put that energy into the universe.
All
That's
right. I
Yeah.
love to see it.
Delaware tax-free shopping.
Oh,
Yeah.
tell me there's tax-free shopping.
I love
Do I
Delaware.
have to fill out a form and take it to the airport after I leave?
There will be a fee.
Okay. This next message is from the Washington Post. It's not a message, it's a story.
They said,
Sorry,
"Dear race
you
chaser."
guys.
They
What
said,
is
"Dear race
wrong with
chaser."
me? What is literally wrong with me? Okay. I'm going to read it. I think I'm capable of doing that activity. Okay. The city of Louisville announced a $12 million settlement Tuesday with the family of Breonna Taylor and a number of changes in how local officers obtain and execute search warrants. It is among the largest payouts for a police killing in the country's history, according to a Taylor family attorney. The settlement, which follows a wrongful death lawsuit that Taylor's family filed in May, requires police commanders to approve all search warrant applications that are submitted to a judge, said Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher during a news conference Tuesday. Louisville police will also have to conduct extensive risk assessments before applying for a warrant. And lots of other new regulations for the police, including warrant checks, mental health workers, and EMTs on site to execute warrants and searches. However, this ruling doesn't come with any criminal charges brought against the police officers who killed Breonna Taylor. This was the wrongful death suit against the city. The family is still working to bring charges against those officers who killed Breonna. So, like, while this is this is a good story in the sense that this settlement will help to, heal her family. It's a statement and it's a move in that direction. However, the fact that there's no one saying we made a mistake by doing this, we have to hold these men accountable for this. She was, just to remind you, she was laying in bed and they broke into her house and shot her. That's what happened. And so, it's a step, but there's still stuff that has to happen.
It's
Yeah.
like they're paying the money, but they won't arrest. It's so strange to me. Like, it just seems like the obvious choice, and it's not happening.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why. Like, the same thing with when they wouldn't prosecute Eden's case and Jocelyn and Jocelyn. Like, that
Right.
was like, there's evidence, there's video, they have every excuse. It's a hate crime. It's all right there. And then for not to pursue it, it's just like, this is why we have to get involved, because like that district attorney is going to be up for re-election at some point, maybe, if he's ever the guy that decided not to press the charges, And
Right.
like, I don't want him in office. Like, why would he not do that? He doesn't support our community. He saw that. Like, I don't understand. And this is why we have to vote and use our voices and shit like that. Because until it affects you personally, you're just like, fuck it, I don't know this guy. But sometimes it might behoove us to learn a little bit and like find out who our district is and everything. I mean, I would have loved to be able to say I voted for Sarah McBride, because I feel like trans people have to walk like this earth with the most grace, because like they have to navigate so many things on the daily that like I'm sure whatever they were voting for would be what I would want to vote for too, just because like their center is probably close to where mine would be too, I would think, in that type of morals and stuff.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, definitely.
laws, and like we want like equal rights and all that stuff, and the right to choose and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
Well, that's why it's important, like you said, that we, use our voices and we stay active, and we vote not just for the president, but for every single position down that ballot, because these are the people that are, shaping where we want this country to go.
Yeah, I mean, I really am disappointed that you haven't said anything about this wig that I'm wearing.
Oh, I just thought it was your real hair. I thought
Oh,
you
come
just
now. You
I thought you had Hector just throw a light pink tint into your luscious locks.
you thought I was doing a chromatica tint before
Yeah,
my teal
yeah.
phase?
I did. I just thought maybe you just let it air dry after you got out of the shower. I mean, it just looks so effortless, you know?
Tell them how
Stunning.
beautiful it is.
Very beautiful. It's sort of a light, a hint of a peach. Hint of a peach on a platinum blonde, and with a 1B root.
A whisper root.
Yes.
1B, never. I'm never that dark in my root. How dare you?
Could you imagine a 1B root?
A 1B.
One root.
Ooh. Damn. Your wig is also lovely.
Thank you so much. No visible lace line, which I love.
No, and is
film lace. It's film lace.
Oh, it's HD film lace.
Yeah, it is. That good old Nicole Kidman pussy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That good the biggest little lie in Big Little Lie was Nicole Kidman's wig. Girl,
well,
like,
they gave her bangs in that one. They said
that was a baseball cap with hair attached to it. That was not a good wig. Like, Nicole, fire your wig person.
She has some of the finest wigs in the industry.
Well, that one was terrible. The top part was bad.
Confused skin part.
No, it was not
Honey,
good.
give me a skin part hard front and let's fucking call it a fucking night.
Skin part hard front and then a good 2-inch headband in the front.
Thank you.
You know it's a wig that when it's like in a TV show or a movie, but it's like long, gorgeous hair. But when she puts it in a ponytail, it's like a low, very loose ponytail at the base of the neck.
Oh, girl,
Because-
Reese Witherspoon in Legally Blonde 2, the wig was so bad you could see the tracks when they do a ponytail. It wasn't even a full lace unit in Legally Blonde 2. Like, ew, Reese.
Wigs have evolved so much.
Yeah, but come on. She's number one on the call sheet and she doesn't even have a full lace unit.
It's not her fault.
Yes, it was her fault.
Give her wig.
Give her her wig. Give her her unit. Bump it and bump it and bump it and census. Did you do your census? We had someone come to the door.
I did. I mailed mine in, or no, I did it online. And it was super easy.
You switched it up.
I switched it up. I did it online, and they say it takes 10 minutes, but it actually takes like 3 minutes. Like, it's exceedingly easy, and it's exceedingly important. Don't just pass this off as like, oh, who gives a shit about the fucking census? No, this really is important. So, like, let's do it. So we encourage you to go on out and fill out your census.
Yeah, you want to be counted.
T.
Yeah, Tivantra. Oh, this wig is so great.
It is really nice.
Oh.
Really pretty.
Thank you so much.
Why don't we take a break and you can let me try it on?
Okay.
You can pop it in the mail.
Oh, a pop it on.
Bye.
Pop it on and pop it on and. Ooh,
Wow.
heavy dicks.
Heavy
Heavy-
dicks, not heavy questions.
Heavy
Okay.
dicks. Not,
This is the segment where we go.
Keep it light, except in the loins.
Deep inside the DMicals. And this first
Oh,
message.
God, the dolphin got out in the cave.
This first message comes from Jared. It could only be Jared. I'll read it. Okay. Hello, Alaska, Will A.M., and Big Dipper in the sky. My name is Jared, spelled like the jewelry store. Fuck the subway guy. Friend
Not
of
if
the
you're over 18.
pod. Oh my God. Long-time listener, first-time caller. My boyfriend and I live in Atlanta, and we did not attend Peach Party. My boyfriend is an ICU nurse and has been working with COVID patients for 7 months now. Nurses help people. We made the decision to not attend Peach Party, even though the FOMO was real, and we have the urge to let loose with our friends with great music. We didn't mind that Peach Party was being hosted, but it was disappointing to see next to no one wearing masks or social distancing. Over the last few months, we've truly only seen 2 or 3 friends that we know haven't been going out. My boyfriend, being on the front lines of this, is seeing everything from a different perspective. And the negligence of people going out and not wearing a mask is just making him feel like his hard work is for nothing. My question is, once this is all said and controlled, how do we associate with our friends that have gone out willingly without masks? Some friends have taken this seriously and worn masks everywhere they go, and others have not. So it's really hard to think of letting go of friendships where we've had for years, but I'm stuck and don't know what to do. If they were wearing masks the entire time while they were out, it would be a different story, but people aren't. Sad face. So I need guidance from drag queens, as we all do. Thank you for all that you do. Make my morning drive so much more enjoyable, and I really relate to you both. Attached are pics of my Drick and my boyfriend's Drick. Let us know what you think and what we should do. Love ya lots. It could only be Jared.
The Drickolage is bountiful today.
Whose dick is whose?
Oh, you could tell.
I can't tell the difference.
Oh, you could taste the difference just by looking at it. One is shaved and like, ooh.
Shorn.
Oh, the one is a child-sized T-ball. The thing you put the T on, it's huge. It's fat. There's not a skinny part to it. When you say, oh, the wide part, and you say, yeah, the whole thing. That's that one.
Right,
And then the other one, it looks like it's very graceful.
Right. Yeah.
The first
these
two are Jared's. The
classic.
other two are his boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, and the ball game is real. That's 8 balls right there. They sent 2 pictures each, so I'm adding it up. But
there are a lot of balls going on.
Deep salute, guys.
Deep salute. Great pictures.
I have
straight dicks. Okay.
good description. I have a kind of an answer for this, I think.
Tell me.
With regards to friends doing the wrong thing in your eyes, and a lot of our eyes, you can either be alone and right, or you can accept that your friends aren't perfect, and like, I'm an asshole sometimes and I still have friends. If I wasn't friends with everybody that did one thing that pissed me off or was an asshole, like, I would have no friends. So it's like you're doing yourself a disservice if you get butthurt over this. Like, you can talk to him if it comes up, but like, don't be old Miss Pissy right now. I don't know. That's what I say.
Right. And I mean, I understand where Jared is coming from, because especially
I've seen where he's coming from in those pictures.
Especially with his boyfriend being on the literal front lines, working with COVID patients in an ICU. So he's seeing firsthand the toll that this pandemic is taking. The issue is that a lot of people out there don't have to see the toll. They don't see it physically. They hear a number, they hear figures on the news, and that's that. And then they just go about it that I don't see it, so therefore I don't have to deal with it. And so some people don't take it seriously. Some people just are like, well, it doesn't affect me directly in this moment, so who gives a shit? But it does affect like everyone, and it is very easy to feel like resentful when you're like, I've shifted my life around the way I'm doing things. I'm being so diligent about wearing a mask. I'm like cutting down who I'm seeing and who I'm exposing myself to. And then you see a huge party happening and and you see huge rallies happening where no one gives any care to it whatsoever. And so I understand there's like bitterness and resentment that is going to come along with that, because you're like, I'm doing my part and these people aren't doing their part, and they're going to make this pandemic situation last a very, very fucking longer time.
Yeah, but they were asking about like, how do they deal with it after like this is all over?
Listen, after the fact, I think that you can have a period of being like, you know what? I think you should have a talk about it. But I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. Like I agree with you, Willam, in that you can't always just be like the righteous one who is like, well, fuck you, you did that wrong, so I'm never going to speak to you again. I maybe on a case by case basis, depending on how negligent and how willfully fucking shitty your friends were, you can reassess.
Well,
but
I mean, if he did want to be alone though, and mad at the world, it would be a good person to be alone with, because this boyfriend, the nurse or whoever, has a hateful, notorious bat.
Nurse,
Bitch, nurse,
bar queen.
I love it when you quote me. We have a message all the way from New Zealand. Says, hi, Willam, Alaska, and Big Dipper. Big Dipper, why don't you come and fuck me sometime? Nice.
Oh my God.
Greetings from the land of long white cloud, New Zealand. I love the podcast.
Oh, I thought you
listened
meant
to
Courtney's room.
I love the podcast. I listen to it on my way to work, and it always gets me in a good mood. Now about chodes. Okay. I am the proud owner of a chode and would like to see a greater acceptance of chodes in the LGBTQ plus community. Sure, we all love Big D, but a small D can also be pleasurable. I'm a bit of an artist too and have photographed several small penises in an effort to showcase their beauty and eroticism. How can we promote greater acceptance and appreciation of small penises? Perhaps we need some new vocabulary, songs, movies. Some terms come to mind. Chode-a-liciousness. The Da Vinci Chode.
Oh.
Chode to joy. What do you think?
My body's so chode-a-licious for you.
Attached a photo of mine for your viewing pleasure. If you like, I will make you honorary members, no pun intended, of the Chode Appreciation Society New Zealand chapter.
Oh, yeah, the CAS.
Uh-huh. Arohano means lots of love in Maori. He didn't list his name.
No, he didn't.
Well,
his
hi.
name is New Zealand.
He's from New Zealand, and he wanted to talk about chotes, but he didn't put his name.
I love this picture that our listener sent in. It's an artistic black and white photo. He is leaning
He's
against
on a credenza.
Table.
It's a credenza.
Right, it's a credenza.
Call it what it is.
I'm sorry, I misspoke in that moment.
There's a brass lamp. There's a brass lighting fixture.
Let's get down to brass lamps.
And a Chesterfield chair.
Honey, sit down on the Chesterfield, would you? I love this picture. I also like his body a lot. Like I like guys that look like healthy but like not like super like overly like worked out and like sculpted like in a gym. Like I like this like body type that he's got going on.
Yeah, I don't like headless nudes. This is not Grindr. You could bump it back to Chode Town.
Wait, baby. We need to get it together before you want to read. We need to get it together before you want to read, because the last 4 pictures, there's no heads, there's no hands, there's no feet, there's no arms.
Those were body part pictures. This is a headless nude. This is like a full wide shot of a guy, the head cut off.
Okay.
Like, I'm not here for that. Like, don't make me ask more questions. Like, hey, Mr. Torso, how's your head?
Right.
Yeah.
I think and to get to your question, Chode-a-licious definition, I think this is I love having this conversation about like dick size and about the sort of like hoopla and like exaltation around like large penises. And so, like, I get kind of like, I don't really, when drag queens sing songs about, like, I like big dicks, this, I need it, I only like big dicks. It's like, that's great, but you're also, like, kind of shitting on half the population who doesn't have that. Like, statistically, not everyone has a big dick. So, like, there's a whole portion of the population who then feel, I don't know, excluded, and then feel like shame probably. And then shame culturally can manifest itself in a whole bunch of ways, like feeling shitty about yourself, and then you fucking, take it out on other people. So it's like this big dick centricity is something that I think needs to de-escalate, because I think dicks of every size are fucking fierce, and I think Chode-a-licious, your fucking dick looks fierce.
I also hope the situation dicks escalates. But what do you think Chode to Joy sounds like?
Chodes are under 5 inches.
Oh,
Right?
Chode. I thought a chode was like the part where the taint is, and that was another word for that.
See, I didn't know this was a term either for like a dick on the smaller side, but maybe he's using chode as like a sort of like
Maybe it means something different. How fanny means something different down like in
Fanny
England.
Shosha.
Fanny Shosha. Yeah.
Say chode with a New Zealand accent.
Chide.
Cow.
Chide.
Cow.
It's fabulous chode day.
Just put your chode under your mitzi, and then this lovely lace. You just pin into it.
I love it because I think chode is now like a term of empowerment, and I think that like yes, I think we have to have language about like speaking about small dicks and not like calling it a chode is kind of like empowering and fierce. And also, I think like honesty about dick size and owning it is really like sexy and fierce. And being like, yeah, I don't have a big dick, but like whatever, I'm fierce at sex anyway. As Big Dipper's song says, I'm good at sex.
Flick this chode, yeah.
Flick this chode, honey.
Flick it.
The next message comes from James. Hey, William, Alyssa, and Dipper Turlington. Delete it. Next. No, I'm just kidding.
From Coggin.
Anyway, okay, so from James. Hello, girls. My name is Jimmy. Okay. And I hail from Pittsburgh, PA. I am writing in because I recently binged the Boulet Brothers Dragula on Netflix and saw that Willam and Alaska were both guest judges on season 2. My question for you is, what was it like being a featured guest on that show, and how was the experience with the cast different from your experience on Drag Race? Also, it also makes me smile when I see Alaska's picture hanging up at the Blue Moon in Lawrenceville. Oh, me too. Thanks for reading my message. I listen to both Race Chaser and Hot Goss religiously and look forward to what comes ahead for the Mom Network. Much love, a deep, deep friend of the pod, Jimmy.
What episode were you a judge on?
It was the outer space episode.
Oh, cool. Perfect for you.
So Disasterino was running around saying, attention all human males. I am here to collect your sperms at this time. All human males. That show is extremely creative. I think they really just kind of give them free reign to like do their interpretation of the challenge. And I love that.
And they have time to work on it.
They do. Like, how much time do they get to work on it?
I think they get a week between episodes, basically, somehow. Like, I think they film it on weekends, because I know one of my friends was going to do it, but, like, it wasn't possible, like, it's a lower budget show, and she couldn't make it work, basically. I'll tell you the tea on that later. But it's so great. It's authentic, like filmmaking. You can see the blood, the literal blood, and all the work that goes into it from all ends. I really liked watching it because I only started watching it when I was on it.
Right. I had a really great experience. And then I went back
and watched season 1 and saw like Vander and like his amazingness.
Yeah.
Because I only knew him from like seeing him live a little bit and then seeing everything he did on that show.
Oh yeah.
And I mean,
these divas are so good,
so talented. So talented.
And the shit that they do, I mean, they throw themselves head first into this competition. They're eating fucking bugs. They're putting the fucking staples in their fucking skin. Like, these girls are in it completely. I have so much respect for Dragula queens, and I love the show. My experience was amazing. I had a really great time at Dragula, and I have to tell you, the only way to go into a drag competition is to be the person sitting behind the fucking table with a fucking note card.
I love that part. Girl, I put my feet up.
It is the only way to go do a drag competition. I'm telling you, it's the only way. So I loved it, and it was outer spacey, so it was very like on brand for me and like very close to my heart. Bitch Puddin' just crushed it. It was great seeing the girls just be creative and be fucking really good at drag. It was really fun.
Totally. The next message comes from Kagan or Kagan. Hello, Willam, Alaska Dip, and the possible hot goss guest. I'm going to guess you got Gaga. That didn't happen. I was listening
That's
to
hot
this
goss.
week's... That's hot goss. I was listening to this week's recap of the dynamic drag duos, and when you two talked about who would judge the lip sync between you two, I was shocked that no one mentioned everyone's favorite pass-around party bottom, Jeffrey Moran, which led me to wonder, if Jeffrey were to host his own show and search for America's next pass-around party bottom, what would it be called? Who would be the two regular judges other than Jeffrey, and what kind of challenges, alternatives to lip syncing do you think the contestants would have to do? Any people you think are a shoo-in for the crown? Thanks for the amazing content and giving Dipper a mic. Love you, Kagan. I think other pass-around party bottoms. I have many friends. I shouldn't name them here, but if we bleep it, do you know him? You would if you saw her at a party.
Oh, wow.
She'd be passing around on a tray.
Right. The hors d'oeuvre.
And spell like hors d'oeuvre.
I would love to have Jeffrey Moran come in as a judge. I think that it's time for us to reach out to Jeffrey. We've got to put this to rest.
We've got to put it to bed.
Jeffrey, enough.
If he's not
is
busy
enough.
in it.
Jeffrey, I know that you're listening. We need you to validate this podcast with your presence. And so we would love to have you guest judge a lip sync between Willam and me. The final showdown.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't Rhea
Sponsored by Cocktails Perfected.
Didn't Rhea do a show on like a porn like competition called America's Next Top Bottom?
She did, yeah.
She was like the host, right?
Yeah, I think she helped with. She was also the key male grip on there because she was gripping all the dicks, and then she parted her hair on the other side, and she's like, "Ooh, I'm the key female grip now, best girl grip." That's when she was
Dolly Grip.
Yeah.
My name's Dolly Grip.
she definitely would be a great judge for sure, I think. And then yeah, that's and
So wait, when she did that, was it an actual competition or was it a porn that was based on a fake competition? Do you know?
I don't know if they even established that. That might have been a bit too much story. I know Rhea had a theme song, and that's all I knew about it.
She did. It might be really cool to be like, okay, here's your challenge. You have to do something creative with this dildo. And they send everyone the same thing. And they have to do some kind of creative, scene.
You have to climb a rock climbing wall with dildos, but with your butthole. And only one hand.
Or like when you put this egg in the spoon and you have to run it across the way and drop it in the thing. Like, what if you did that with like something in your ass? Like,
what if you did it with a spoon in your ass with an egg and a spoon in your mouth with an egg? That would be a fun mini challenge. Can we try that?
I'm not gonna try that, but you go ahead. I'll watch.
Oh, you don't like omelets?
I'll fry up the eggs afterwards.
Oh, okay. Fry up the bacon. Bring it out. Ooh, it's sizzling. It's hot goss, Ma.
That's hot goss.
Mm-hmm, that's the one. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to Hot Goss this week.
Hot goss.
Hot goss. You could send us your questions to racechaserpodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. We also have bonus video content available on patreon.com/Willam. Just search using the hashtag RaceChaser and you can watch the videos a la carte. Okay.
We have this newest video. Sorry, I was about to tell him. It's stunning. I mean,
we're excited about it. It was, speaking of, we didn't have Jeffrey Moran as a judge, but we did a lip sync performance and we did them using the pool and it's available now. So go and check that out. It's really, really funny.
If you want to get wet with girls, go ahead and peep that.
Soaking wet.
Oh. You can follow us on Instagram @Willam, @TheOnlyAlaska5000, and @RaceChaserPod. Mm-hmm. And if you're looking for something to watch, our Name That Tune live stream is on Vimeo, and the donations are still being collected for the girls. And that link is in our link sheet on Instagram too. It's like 2 hours. It's really fucking funny. Go watch it. You'll love it.
Yes.
And it's for a good cause.
Exactly. It was really, really fun. And also a reminder, on Wednesday, we're going to do a roundup of the RuPaul's Vegas review show on VH1. So if you haven't watched it, maybe just watch the clips online. We'll just be doing like a roundup of it because there's so much to say and so much to talk about, and it's thoroughly entertaining.
Mm-hmm. And the link on IG, Race Chaser Pod, also has lots of resources you can check out if you're looking for places to donate money in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. And yeah.
And do you have a voting plan?
Do you?
Why not review your plan with a friend or a family member? Are you going to vote early? Are you going to vote by mail, absentee, in person? Make your plan now, because we have to have everything ready and all our ducks in a row to hit this thing hard.
Yeah, all hands on deck. Wear a mask and wash those hands and stay safe and healthy. And we will be back next week with more
Piping, steaming, scolding, boiling, hot goss. This dick is too Chode-a-licious for your mind.
Hot Goss is a Forever Dog podcast.
Produced by Big Dipper.
Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. Mixed and mastered by Will Pitts.
Our theme song is graciously provided by ATF Enterprises.
This goss is hot.